Yeah, it was a very busy weekend, Scotty, and we're not just talking about Sunday into Monday. Our first special report of live severe weather coverage actually kicked off Friday. Then we had another round on Saturday. And then, as you know, we were on the air for several hours on Sunday through the early hours of Monday morning. Let me pop this up. This is just a look at every local storm report that was submitted and released by the National Weather Service between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday across our region. Now, not all of these are necessarily confirmed tornadoes per se, but as I zoom in, you can just at least understand the magnitude of the system we were dealing with because you can see each and every one of the different warnings that was issued. The red, of course, being tornadoes, yellow being severe thunderstorm, where we had reports of wind damage and hail, and then we also had mixed in here in green flood warnings and advisories that were issued from Charlotte down across the triangle. Again, this all started on Friday. I think we actually kicked off with a tornado warning in Jamie's neck of the woods, where they have since conducted a storm survey out of the Raleigh office there and concluded that an EF0 tornado touched down just south of Raven Rock State Park on the evening of the 12th. And then we kicked coverage off on Saturday with a few tornado warnings that went through Scotty's area. He's off camera waving right now. We're going to talk extensively about that. We were back on the air on Sunday with not one, not two, not three, but four different tornado warnings that went across Surrey County in northern North Carolina near the border of Virginia, and also had a few reports of damage back across the Greenville-Spartanburg jurisdiction of things, including a now confirmed tornado in Simpsonville. You can take a look here at some of the information they released where this tornado caused shingle, gutter, and damage to various homes. It was an EF0 damage with maximum winds of 65 miles an hour. But as it moved through Elder Park and some other neighboring neighborhoods, it also caused damage to dozens of large diameter trees, which were uprooted, and large branches and trunks were snapped. One tree fell on a home, and a trampoline was lifted hundreds of feet into the air from an adjacent home. Intensity peaked at an EF1 with max winds of 100 miles an hour. We actually have a clip from our coverage on Sunday night as we were watching this storm make it through the area. Take a listen.
Talking about another one in Simpsonville, possible rotation developing along this cold front. So
look at the Columbia radar; it's more defined.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from Columbia, and it's definitely got a little rotation in the mid levels. You look at it a little bit closer, and you look at that little hooky poo right there around Simpsonville here. That's interesting, and we'll tilt up and we'll kind of take a look at this. We'll see if this gets any better defined, but there's definitely a meso up there. Good call by Evan to look at the Columbia radar. There's definitely a meso up there when looking at it from Columbia's point of view. And, I don't know about TDS, but I definitely think that, there's something that could be interesting.
Very much so, and that's the voice of Jared Smith, who was joined with Evan Fisher and Scotty Powell during that 10 o'clock hour of coverage on Sunday.